Good morning, good morning, good morning. Kalimera, everyone. Kalimera. Kali of the mother, we say also in Greek, which means good week because it's the first day. It's Monday today, so it's the first day of the week. So have a good day and also week. How is everyone doing? Let's bring a little bit of music in the background to kill the silence. Have the vibes going. Keep us in a good mood. We're always feeling good. Every day is a good day. Remember this. This is how we see life. Every day is a good day. And if things don't happen the way you want it, try your best, okay? See the positive side and trying to figure out how you can make it better, okay? Life is not supposed to be easy, not supposed to be every day, easy going or, everything coming your way. Sometimes we have to do a little bit extra work. Right. Good afternoon, Stelios. Hello, Stelios. Good afternoon. How are you, my friend? It's Monday today. How's Monday going? Dipping. The market is dipping. All right. Okay. No worries. No worries. Okay, let's zoom in. Let's have a look. If you follow the CIA approach, we have the focus area of the day, and then we take action according to what the price action is going to do with that area. So it dropped, reject, retest, going down sideways, and then lost that 50%, the big key level. Remember 115.8? We lost that once again. 115.8 is not support anymore. And it went through down the roof, stabilized a little bit, consolidated a little bit, just a little bit above the 50% of these two guys here. And immediately, soon as it lost that level, it went straight away to the next level, 112.4. So, Asia today, let's just let the price fall. And the question is, are we going to find support now on 112.5? Or are we going to see continuation all the way down to 109? Let's zoom out a little bit and use a little bit higher time frame. Yes, volume has kicked in. I can see. So remember, when we said on Friday last week that we are in that situation that we need to be a little bit, on standby. Because you don't know if this is going to be your lower high, okay, and you're going to see a turn, or this is going to be, let's say, your higher low and continue to the upside. Okay, so this is your low, this is your high, this is your higher low, and you estimate, or you're expecting, so to say, that the market will continue up. And because the area that we're point of interest that we had is this high and this low. So this is your last high, this is your last low, and you need to see what the price action is going to do in between these two lines. Okay, either it's going to target the low, or either it's going to target the highest. Okay, the swing high, swing low. In order for you to see which way it's going to do, this is when we do our little focus area. Okay, and you can see that almost that the 50% that we have here is creating like a range, and you can see that we broke that range, okay, on a bigger time frame. So here we are again. So the question is 112.5 is going to act as a support? Rejection, we broke through. The question is, are we going to find support here, or are we going to lose it? Okay, are we going to move forwards? Are we going to move sideways, or are we going to go down? Okay, that is a very, very sharp move to the downside. Okay, so that can create a little bit, uncertainty into the market. What is going on? Why did that fall down like a falling knife? Lots of questions. It's all right. Remember, because you cannot front run the market, or the decisions, the market makers, what are they doing, what's going on with Asia, what's going on with the US, what's going on with EU. it's very, very hard for you to, I'm not going to say predict, but let's say know exactly what the market's going to do. Okay, so that's why I say it's better, it's more preferable to have these lovely focus areas on each day, and then we take action as the price action unfolds through the day. Okay, so that was a breakout. So you had an opportunity to get an entry here. You see that you got retested, so it got rejected. It didn't let the price come in, and immediately violation under the 50% of the range, and then lost it and went for 2 levels, okay, or 1 G level. Okay, so if you took that short on Friday, you should be looking very good with profits today. On Bitcoin, that was an opportunity of 3.5%, right? So that's not too bad. It's good. Right, okay, so that was, let's say, the Friday's setup, all working nicely. Let's have a look on ETH, because I think ETH, we catch that live. We spoke on ETH that you should take that short, okay? Play the breakout. It came back, got rejected on the 50% of the range. It did never claim, it never went back to that focus area. Okay, remember that happened early in the morning, like 7 o'clock in the morning. That happened inside our live market update. And I said, guys, the price is moving, consolidate, super focus. That was down to 5 minutes. If you see that's going to break that, grab a short. And if you did take that short, look at that, how well that went. Let's measure from here the breakout of the second box all the way down here. It's 9.8% for Ethereum. So that's looking very, very good. Look how long it was consolidating. It could not claim, okay, it could not claim 4,495, or let's say 4,500. It could not claim that at all within inside the weekend. It lost the G level, another G level, another G level, and went another one G level. So let me expand the G levels that we have here. So let me put them to 550, 550. Let's give it a bit more. 700. Here we are. So that is the 5 minute. Okay, look at that. If you go to 90 minutes, it's not that you are waiting for a very long time. Okay, so that was your exit. Well, let's say entry. Let me get that back in place. That tool here. Okay, so that was your entry. Consolidate through the weekend and early hours. It went all the way down back. Okay. Now, ETH, very, very sharp rejection of 4,120. Okay, so we're going to see what's going to do later. I'll zoom out a little bit for Ethereum, and let's have a look what's going on here. Very, very aggressive move to the downside. Okay, look at that. It went all the way up, come down. Let's say that it did a correction, took some liquidity from here, push all the way up. Create all-time high, comes back down, second push, lower high, comes down, and now it took all that liquidity. Okay, that's why you have that little lovely wick. It came very, very aggressively to the downside, but you can understand that it took all that liquidity. You're going to see some like a reflex. Okay, so you're going to see reacting to these areas, and then we need to see how it's going to stabilize. Are we going to stabilize here, or are we going to climb, or are we going to fall? Okay, but you know, time wise, kind of, you know, Bitcoin is doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, don't ignore the trend. Okay, don't get super confused. Push to the upside, comes down, push to the upside. It's giving you a new low, and possibly now that with this aggressive move is kind of breaking the structure here, broke that trend, and that is a lower high. Okay, so the question is, are we going to create once again a lower low? Okay, So we are in a downtrend. On Bitcoin, I don't want to panic anyone. Take it step by step, level by level. Remember, we're trying to stay unbiased. We don't want to be in panic. I don't want to front run and say, hey, perhaps this is the beginning of the bear market, or the end of the bull market. I'm not going to say such things. I only go level by level, and I take the action as it comes. Okay, that way I'm going to run away from surprises, because if you bias and say, no, we're still in the bull market, things going well, and this kind of reaction, like a big correction, that can hurt your feelings, it can hurt your positions, because if you bias strongly to bullish and you go full in, that kind of drop, it's going to cost you. Especially when you're going on high leverage. That's where the damage happens. It's not the position that is going to damage you, it's the leverage, the risk, right? Remember that. If you're going to use high risk techniques, which means high leverage, then you need to know your validations are way closer. Don't be exposed. When you're going a little bit smoother and you say that I'm going in with a lower risky technique, which means lower leverage, then you can let's say bite the bullet, and you're going to be fine with this one. Okay, so breaking structure, I mean, even if you follow the trend lines, I think it's broken. I think it's clearly, we can see that even with a trend line, I think that is broken. Okay, if I leave this out as a deviation and follow the generic path, okay, let me go in the 3 hours, a small deviation, or the touch it, we broke that trend. Okay, so we will see how the this week will unfold. The same thing with Ethereum. I believe it broke the trend. Even if I do a little bit more generous lines here, let me, if I do this, yeah, I mean, let me stick to this one here for the time being. So I'll stick to this one. You can see that the trend lines, the uptrend it's broken. Okay, you can see here that this is the uptrend, we've broken, and we fall down quite a little bit aggressively. Okay, remember, this is the key levels, 4,868 rejection, big unbutton wick, it comes down, creates like same equal lows, a little bit higher lows, and comes back and it's giving you a lower high, and now it's breaking these lows. Okay, grabbing this liquidity. Let's see how it's going to react in this area. Okay, I can expand a little bit the lines so they give it a bit more space to the price action. There it is. You're more than welcome to expand the breakdown. Here's the breakdown. Expand that and give a little bit more room to our little trade here, price action, to see what is happening. Okay, right, okay, let's have a look at a bit of VIX. VIX increases a little bit. You can see that's in an uptrend. Let's see what's going to happen the rest of the day. A little bit push on Friday, coming down early hours. Let's see, let's give it more room for today. Okay, because the US is not open yet, so we don't really have real data inside Monday, so we need to wait for that one. Let's have a look a little bit on the long term, what is going on. Also, we had a trend line here on the long term, and you see that we broke it, fall down. So I'll take that away. Okay, that was a guide for people that they love trend lines. That's not a problem. Zoom out a little bit. Let's bring a little bit the indicators here. So this is the let's go to the weekly time frame. Okay, so this is the weekly time frame. Okay, 15 days still pushing down. We have a cross down on the 30 days. We're heading for a cross down on the 45 days. Look at that, how sharp that is. 60 days, yeah, it's a bit slower. It's a bit behind. It's still calculating that push to the upside. So we will wait It needs 2 months. 7 days, kind of trying to correct. Okay, you can see that the fast line here turn direction. So let's see by the end of next week, let's see what's going to happen. Okay, last week we had this nice lovely separation. This week we can see that we're turning around. We just need the remaining 6 days for us to see how that is going to close. Okay, we need to see how it's going to, but it looks like it's losing steam. Okay, and obviously on a bigger time frame, like on the weekly, we can see, look at that, a week above the 115.8, another huge week above the 115.8, and now we see a huge body on the 115.8. So on the weekly basis, we have a strong rejection on 115.8. So that doesn't look good for Bitcoin for the time being. Okay, Bitcoin cannot claim on the weekly basis on 115.8. Struggle. Okay, so remember, swing high, swing low, or you can say this local high and this local low, and you need to see what's going to happen. Okay, because you may get something like this in the future. Okay, it's going to take a lot of time for us to see something like this, or we may get a bounce, go up, or we may break this and start falling. Okay, we need to be really careful with 109 and anything sub 100. That will create panic, that will create cascade. Okay, people will start forgetting about breaking the 122. Once you lose 100k, that is going to be like a snowball effect. That is my understanding for the market, for the people, the traders. Good morning everyone. Good morning, Bassman. Welcome to the team, sir. Welcome to our live market update. I hope you had a good, lovely weekend. Good morning, everyone. That's good. Philip is here. Hello, Philip. Good. I know. I have a plan C if else fails. Okay, what's the plan C? Give us a hint. What is your plan C? What is your plan C? I'm wondering if this is the first move, is the fourth move after the weekend, and a V-shaped recovery will arrive at New York Open, perhaps. Everything is possible. Maybe a lot of people were expecting a V-shape. Okay, that's not a problem at all. A lot of people expecting that. Either way, for recovery, you need to see, I mean, not you, all of us, Uber drive. Go back to McDonald's. Right, okay. Or Wendy's. Yeah, give me a spot. I'll walk for the Gloria Jeans Cafe over there. I'll make them a nice Freddo Espresso that they don't do. I'll bring Freddo Espresso in Australia. I'll make people go bananas. Alright, no, seriously, I mean, if you want to see a recovery, the end point, okay, I'm not judging why you're waiting for the V-shape. Anything is possible in the markets. Anything can happen, okay? We want to make sure that you can claim 115.8, okay? So if the United States, they're going to push the price up, let's say recovery, and put things back in place, okay? We need to see Bitcoin claiming and owning 115.8, okay? No matter what. That's what we want to see. It's going to happen now. It's going to happen later. Oh, I don't know. Dixie. Okay. For us to understand a little bit, remember when I said about DXY, Dixie. Okay. If Dixie is pushing upwards, this is a 90-minute time frame. If Dixie in general is an uptrend, you know that Bitcoin is going to get bullied. Okay. So far, Dixie is still pushing to the upside, bounce from the 96.3, pushing all the way up to 97.8 or 97.9, very close by. Let's see what the US is going to do later today. Okay, now that we are in the global markets, let's have a look a little bit on ETH and Bitcoin comparison. You can see that ETH it's been smashed. Okay, this is ETH against Bitcoin, so you can see that the majority of the push is from Bitcoin. Bitcoin is dominant since Ethereum is dropping down. It means that ETH is following. Okay, it's not the leader. Bitcoin is the leader. So let's have a look a little bit on T1 without the stable coins. And what happened? We fall inside our lovely range that we have for T1. Okay, so once again, okay, there is no acceptance, so to say, to continue to the upside. No fresh money. Okay, that was a deviation, pushed down. Another try, got rejected, pushed down. Trying to stay here, struggles, push down. Okay, so outflow. Okay, that is outflow. Let's have a look a little bit on T3. Same thing with T3. It did not manage to stay outside the range. Boom, it goes inside the range. Reaction on the 50% of the range. Okay, same thing here. Reaction on the 50% of the range. Let's see what's going to happen later today. Is anyone else going to panic and start selling? Okay, the others are dropping, which means altcoins are bleeding. Okay, and of course, if Bitcoin's going to drop, we said it's the leader, it's the king, the queen, whichever way you like to see it in the royal family. Yeah, it's falling. Right, let's have a look on gold. Nice spike on gold. Gold is going up. Okay, let's have a look a little bit on platinum. It's increasing a little bit. Let's have a look on silver. Silver is increasing. So you can see that. I mean, we have to wait a little bit and see what's going to happen later as well. I mean, this is Monday candle, so okay. So you can see that gold is increasing while Bitcoin is dropping. DIX is going up. Gold is going up. What about oil? A little spike to the upside, oil. Okay, zoom out a little bit. It's not a panic mode. Okay, you can see that in general, this is the area that we're expecting oil to be. In general, look at that. A little bit wider, if I may. Let's say roughly here. Anything between 60 and 65. Okay, it's the price per gallon. So, yep. So we have to monitor that a little bit bounce here on the 50% of the range that we have here. So okay, we're gonna wait and see, not trying to panic people here, but we had a little bit spike up, still in the downtrend though. Okay, that's good. I mean, still in the downtrend. Let's have a look a little bit at natural gas. Nice drop all the way down, and then it pushed a little bit to the upside. Okay. There's also news about, NATO and United States military plans that United States is not going to help any operation for the NATO. As I said, this is news. These are news. Okay, late news. So we still see also fuel, and fuel is dropping, which is good. 1.92, so that's good. Right, SPY still pushing a little bit. We'll need to wait a little bit in the US and see how's that going. That imbalance has been taken out and then continues to the upside. Okay, so SP 500 mini is still pushing an uptrend. Okay, after those meetings and dinners, it's looking good. Let's have a look at NASDAQ. Okay, still pushing to the upside. Again, that gap was filled very quickly and continued to the upside. Nice. Okay, Dow Jones. Let's have a look at Europe. Okay, Europe is taking a little bit of the hit here. it's going a little bit sideways. I mean, this is kind of a range. Okay, this is the high, this is the low. We can a little bit, you can see here what's going on. Rejection, bottom of the range. Let's see if it's going to sustain and stay sideways. Okay, but if I zoom out, what do we get? Rejection on the big boys. Okay, look at that. Big range, rejection. It cannot break out from the 5,500 area. Okay, that is for EU 50. Let's have a look on Germany. Okay, Germany is losing a little bit the structure here. It cannot take these highs. It's giving you new lows, lower lows, new highs, which is lower highs. So technically, maybe they're going to go after that imbalance, and maybe it's going to come lower to take that liquidity. Let's see if this is going to bounce up. Let's see. There is a possibility that 50% of the range is going to come like this, and then it may continue or it may reverse. We will see. UK 100. Okay, it's not looking that great. Okay, downtrend and a lot of fight, but technically this is sideways consolidation. Okay, so far we're under the 50%. It's bearish. Let's see what's going to happen with this little box. I'm going to leave that box here, and we're going to come back later. Let's have a look. Asia. Okay, look at that. Very quick push to the upside. It comes back exactly to the bottom of the range, trying to push, but it's giving you a lower high. Okay, that was a high. Wasn't able to take these highs. Two things. This is your high. This is your low. So either it's going to attack the high, or either it's going to attack the low. Okay, very simple. So far, it cannot push to take the previous highs, but the day is still young. I don't expect anything today from Asia, because we are going towards another 2 hours. So we got another 2 hours. I don't expect in 2 hours to go bananas. So I think we're going to see a pullback coming down to these areas. And technically, this is a high and this is a lower high. And we need to see by tomorrow or by midnight, later tonight. That's going to be the Tuesday open of Asia. We need to see if they're going to support these, defend these, or are they going to attack these lows. Okay, we need to see Monday night. Right, Hong Kong, same thing. Okay, this is the high, came down, consolidation, broke the structure, falling. Okay, so therefore, in general, we see Asia that is dropping. Okay, we've seen the Dixie, the euros. Okay, I don't need to go very deeply in this one. Let's have a look a little bit on VIX. Okay, as we said, a little bit pushed up. We need to wait a couple hours to see what the US is going to show us. Is US is going to respond, or is it going to come down? It's going to bring panic and fear. If that goes up, probably the market will go down. If that still continues going down, then we may see that lovely recovery that Stelios is wondering if that is going to be the case. If tonight we're going to see from the US turning around. So we're going to be tuned. Okay, the US 10 yield is going upwards. US, it has to break the structure for the 2 year. We need to break that structure and see what's going to happen. And Germany 10-year yield is trying to push to the upside. I mean, very slow progression to the upside. Okay, good. Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look. For today is already moving. If you want to catch something, you need to go to smaller time for like 15 and 5. This is a 5 and say, hey, this is a major drop. This is a low. Okay, and this, let me grab the tool. This is a low, and this is the bounce. Okay, so if I was you, for today on Bitcoin, I'll use that kind of little box here. Okay, make it that focus area. Okay, on the 5 minute. Yeah, I'll stick that to 5 minutes. And golden candles. And I'm waiting. Okay, so now that AJ is towards the close, now that the EU is in operation right now, so it is open, you need to see what it's going to do. Okay, either it's going to claim and come back, or either it's going to lose the G level and may go lower. You may get a deviation and then turn around. Don't panic. Okay, it's one of those things that this is going to be a manipulation. Because you don't know when they're going to manipulate, you don't know who's going to manipulate, you don't know about how much they're going to manipulate. All these data is unknown to you. You are on your own, on the chart, on the screen, and you're trying to find opportunities. So you are waiting, okay, to see which way it's going to break out. Okay, maybe you're going to get a fake out, maybe, which is a deviation, or maybe you're going to get the reversal straight away, or maybe you're going to get a continuation. Either way, you just want to see momentum, and you just want to grab the momentum. Okay, simple as that. It's going to be recovery, grab the momentum, because it went too fast down. Maybe someone is really pissed off, and then they're going to go aggressive higher, or they're going to be continuation to the panic mode, and then you're going to lose that G level and you want to continue to the downside. Okay, so that's your focus area for Bitcoin today on the 5 minute. Let's have a look on ETH. Go down to 15, same approach, go down to 5, get a little bit definition, and that will be my box for now for today. For the people that they're wondering what they can do today, well, you have to be a little bit cautious and see what each token is going to do. Let's have a look on XRP. Okay, XRP lost the trend. That recent trend, that was a high. This is, let's say, equal lows, and this is a low high, and now we broke these lows. Went all the way down to our major support, and this is where the price bounced. Look at that, lovely. Small violation, but I'm not really upset about that. We have a cluster here. You see a little bit deviation here, a small deviation here, so that is okay, it's normal. We just want to see what the price action is going to do with that area. So let's see what XRP is going to do with this support. Are we going to find support on $2.77 or 78? That's why, guys, on this specific time, which is the end of the bull market, so to say, era. Remember that we said that after June we need to be really careful. Okay, and I gave a 3 month of threshold of July, August, and September. We are going towards the end of September. Okay, and these 3 last months, you understand that we may see let's say, I'm not going to say tries, but we're going to see attempts that Bitcoin wants to break this high again. And also you're going to see attempts that is failing to catch this high and dropping down. So if I go to Bitcoin a little bit and zoom out a little bit on a higher time frame, let's give it a 6-hour time frame. When was the last time you hit the 122? That was July. Another one, August. Since then, it's going like sideways. Okay, it's doing something like this. It's trying to attempt, but also it's attacking the lows, and also it's trying to attack the highs. Okay, so it's trying to give. You can see that is. How can I say this? I mean, I'm trying to find an example. Is that it's the last small. When a diver is on the surface and he wants to do a deep dive, okay, free diving, he's on the surface and he's doing this exercise to grab as much oxygen as he can, so he fills his lungs, but also he's trying to sip smaller breath work, sharp small breath work, to make sure he can fill the lungs with the last possible trying to increase the capacity by 1%, and he's trying to grab as much oxygen he can before he's going to dive down. This is the attempt that you see here, this is how I feel that Bitcoin is trying to grab as much oxygen you can so it can start dive. Okay, it's like I'm trying, but I can't hold it anymore. My lungs are full. I can't get any more extra air. So it's like trying, and then it's gonna lose it. Okay, that is in time. Okay, this is where we're gonna see the top of the market, and then we start seeing, the bear market unfolding. But again, before we're going to speak about really, Bitcoin losing it, we need to make sure that we don't lose 109. Okay, that's the key level. That is going to be the trigger for us to say, bad news. If we lose 109, then we're losing support, then it's coming down. And if we break the 100K mark, that pretty much will start panic the people. It's going to be the end of the the bull market. People will not have so much strong feelings about Bitcoin, and then we'll start taking profits. And then by taking profits, Bitcoin has no other option to lose value. Okay, so here's Bitcoin for you on the 15 or 5 minute. It's up to you. You see you're losing that 50%. It's hovering. Your plan A is breakout, and plan B is your breakout. Okay, simple as that. That's your 50% G level. This is a key level. I'm not going to say a huge key level. It's a breakdown. Your key level is down here, 109. Okay, the solid lines are the super key levels. Okay, if I can grab the marker, and the dotted lines are the breakdowns, and that is the in between these two guys, the 50%. So we lost that. Boom, it goes down. Okay, so we need to see what it's going to do today. Okay, this is your focus box on the 5 minute. Grab opportunities. If you see momentum and it wants to drop even further, don't worry about why it's dropping. Just grab the opportunity to grab these percentages. Okay, right. Okay, XRP. Let's go down to 15 minutes. All right, okay, so we have that lovely bounce. Okay, so let me go down to 5 minutes to get a little bit more the definition, more candles, more price action. So I'm going to grab this guy here and that guy over here. So that will be the area for me to monitor and see what's going to happen. Okay, that's going to be my focus box for XRP, and let's hope that Bitcoin will stabilize, and let's hope that XRP will say, hey, this is my support, now I'm going to push up. Okay, that trend line, it can be removed because I don't go crazy with trend lines. It's broken, it's fallen. That 50% is no need anymore, so I'm going to leave it here nice and short. That it can stay back here. You see the 50%, it was good only for that region. That 50% here was good for that region here. So now we dropped it and we're going all the way down. So that's your focus box on XRP. Okay, you know the drill. Plan A, plan B. Okay, the breakout. Same thing with Solana. Let's have a look in Solana. Again, a nice move to the downside. You break it, reject it, lose the G level. You cannot claim the G level here at all whatsoever. It comes down, hit that 50%, and it goes all the way down to our key level 223. Right, okay, let's go down to 5 minutes. Let's find a nice, lovely definition. Okay, so that is going to be my box. There it is. That's my focus area. Let's hope, okay, for those that they want to go long, let's hope that it's going to find support, break it, and take back all this imbalance, and let's see what's going to do with that 50%. That's going to be your first check mark, okay, your checkpoint. Otherwise, if it's going to come down, watch out for a small deviation that he wants to take out this lovely week. Maybe it's going to turn around. Maybe it's going to give you a hard time today. Don't worry and don't panic, okay? Just stick to your, let's say, conditions, okay? I don't know for how long it's going to go. I wish that it has momentum, but this is my focus box, and I'm going to take action after it breaks. So, any questions? This is the time that you guys, you can ask questions and see, what you want me to have a look at. We already 40 minutes in the stream, so I'm gonna close that, wrap her up a little bit. Okay, I can zoom in a little bit on Bitcoin while I'm expecting your messages. Any questions? Anything that you want me to see very quickly before we close our stream? I'll leave the music here, vibes. Keep that energy. Okay, you have to be energized. You have to be alert. You have to be sharp. You have to be active. And put the master plan down. Your strategy. Remember, you don't have to trade every day, okay? You wait for the opportunity to come to you, okay? That is the purpose. Right, okay, no more questions. I don't see any questions. Oh, right, okay. I know there's a small delay on the YouTube, so that's why I'm waiting while listening to my music. Okay, guys, okay. Right, we're gonna wrap her up, okay? We've seen a little bit of Bitcoin, we've seen a little bit of Ethereum, we've seen the global markets, you know, what's going on with Dixie, T1, T3, without the stable coins. We've seen the others. A little bit, you know, everything is dropping. If I open up the list here, let me go to my list. I think majority of them are going to be red. The maximum green that I have is 14, but the rest of them is like majority of them are down red. Look how many reds we have. Yeah, I mean everything is red today. So Alpha, Grass, Griffin, Bread, Ava, everything is like really red. Okay, let's bring a little bit It's been not nice at all. What happened to you? All right, okay. No good at all. It never managed to recover since then. That big huge drop, that huge sell-off that they had the other day and a couple months ago. So yep, no good. Let's go 200 and see. Right, okay. Not looking good, still dropping. Okay, let's have a look a little bit on Brett. Which another meme coin? I came to that conclusion that the altcoins had a big run early back in December 2024, which before we came into 2025. That was a huge run from altcoins. What a mess. A lot of people are still expecting for the altcoins, for the alt season. Let's have a look on Ava. Yep. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see one of the Ethereum meme coins. Let's have a look on Pepe. Let's see what Pepe is doing. Never managed to break the 50% of the range, the red line over there. Okay. Kind of sideways. Trying, but kind of sideways. Okay. I see. Trying to push, but yeah, I mean, look at that. You have these highs, lows, low highs, equal lows, but all these highs are becoming lower and lower. I don't know if people see, you know, with trend lines, they probably see something like these, and also they see something like these, and expecting to break and have a new alt season. Yeah. Perhaps, yes or no. But yeah, the big moves happened back in December 2024. I think this is where everyone, this is where everyone got hurt. They're still expecting, let me bring Ton. Ton is dropping 2.8. Okay, let's have a Coty. Yeah, back to the base. Back to the base. ARB. Back to the base. That was December 2024. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, a lot of people will say, "Oh, alt season, you know, we're going to see a new push of the upside." I hope so. You know, I don't want to be the guy being negative here and say no, it's not going to happen. You know, I take the markets as they go. That's why I tend anymore to lose. You know, towards the end of the bull market, I lose the faith, so to say, to go long biased and go, you know, leave a position open for a very long time and waiting for that to turn around. No, it's not that time. That you should do at the very bottom of the bear market when everything's turning around. Right. And I come to this conclusion that you need to play with the big boys, not with the alts. Right, even mana. It's a big push to the upside. That was once again, that was December 2024. Since then, it went back. Again, it's trying to crawl up, but every time it's touching that area, boom, it goes down. That doesn't, you know, for mid-term trading and a higher time frame trading, that is not giving profits to people. Right, okay. Generic observation, that's not a problem. Going back. Go back to Bitcoin. Go down to 15 minutes and observe, or go down to 5 and see what's going to happen. Okay, so a little bit drop under the 50. Now it's trying to attack the 50. Let's see if Bitcoin's going to recover. Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to catch you up on the next market update, which is going to be tomorrow. I wish you to have a lovely evening for Stelios, a lovely rest of the day for the people that we are closer to European time zones, and for our guys in the US, we're going to see them later in Discord. Okay, right, that's it from me today, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, every day it's a good day. Grab an opportunity when you see it. Okay, that's what matters. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.